So, hi everyone. Very good afternoon and good evening and good morning for those who have already joined from different parts of the world. Thank you so much for joining into this live session today. Today's agenda, first and foremost thing, let's go back and check what is happening with our previous day positions. At the same time, we have hit some stop losses with respect to the E2T prop 10K account. I'll also happy to share what went wrong and what is the risk reward ratios with respect to that. Please bear with me. Today I'll be on audio, so if you have any questions, clarifications, please do let me know, and we can clarify one by one. At the same time, if you are completely new to this live, make sure that you guys are commenting your name and which part of the world you guys have joined from, so that we can take things forward from there. Am I audible, guys? Can I have your comments, please? Am I audible, guys? Could you please comment down in the chat box? Yes, no. Can you see the screen which I'm sharing? I think we have Shikhar, Sumit, Vimal Raj, and so many other people on the live stream as well. So please make sure you guys are able to comment it. From there, we can take things forward. So looking at the gold, you can see that we have initiated a position at 3315, and now it is trading with a small, loss, which is around $16. At the same time, if you look at the Euro JPY, which we have initiated from the last live around 161, now that move itself, we are up by 10k, near to 10k we are up. So if you look at the charts, Euro JPY, this is what we have entered. If you look at 4 hours chart and see, this is the pinpoint entry. We have got it from 161,107, and we are targeting up to 165 on Euro JPY. Until and unless I'll be trialing this 163.09, it is what my trailing value would be for Euro JPY. We have entered long position on Nasdaq yesterday, and we got our entry from 21 to 21, and we are targeting up to 21,572 before FOMC today. I think all these weak players who might have placed stop loss right above 21,500, they would be liquidated with respect to the stop loss 21,572. That's what my target for the Nasdaq. And with respect to gold, yesterday we discussed that we might get a good opportunity right after this zone. If you see, market have given a breakout. At the same time, it was trying to consolidate. If you see this particular range, and if we get a good opportunity within $7 risk, even we can have a $32 profit, which is 1:4 in itself. If the gold price is jumping towards 3347, that's what I'm looking into. At the same time, If the market is not able to sustain this level, this zone, then we can even target the below zone is 3279. So I'll be keenly watching this level till FOMC, because today's FOMC can give a good rally with respect to the next direction. If the market is consolidating within this range, which is 332 212 33 3285, within this price range, if I calculate the price range, let's say from 85 to 320, which includes around, 35 points. If the market is able to sustain within this range, then we could see a good sharp sell off targeting another $10 move from the low. So if we take that same value from the current position, we could get at least $30 in a direction towards sell and taking out this liquidity, which is 3279. But until and unless this zone is taking a support, I'm still targeting towards the highs, which is 3347 followed by 3367 levels. Let's see how we are able to get up to gold with respect to our US, with respect to Euro JPY. We have initiated this position a week back. If you look at last Friday, we have initiated this position, and we can see that around 10k, which is running in profits. This is on a 50k account, which is on a free trial. But at the same time, we have hit some of the stop losses with respect to gold. Even today, we have tried capturing this rally right after when it got sustained from this level 3320, and the next 4-hour candle would be much more interesting, because we can also see that a good break of structure towards upside happened with respect to violating this balanced price range. This could have been an order block if the market was targeting towards the previous lows, which is 3229 zone. But what I have observed with respect to the charts, this similar scenario has happened if you go back to November 8th. Let's say, let me just take you back to November 8th. Yeah, this is a similar pattern which has occurred, like pushing towards high, but market was not able to sustain, and we have seen a great rally from 3725 to 3527, around 2000 point movement. But if we get the same rally with respect to gold at the moment, we might also see a great comeback to this zone, which is 3144 levels. But this is the probability of the trade might go below 3144 is, in my opinion, around 30%. So I'll be looking for long opportunities until and unless this zone is breaking down. When I say the zone, 3285 is what I'm looking forward. At the same time, we have discussed on the recent live last Friday, we have discussed that with respect to this balanced price range on BTC, 107,302 is beautifully respecting. We could see a good spike. By end of the day after FOMC, we could see Bitcoin trading all-time high. That's what I'm looking for the particular day. Any new people have recently joined, and if you have any questions, any clarifications, please do let me know. Meanwhile, let me see what is happening with respect to BTC USD. We have discussed, we have entered somewhere from 1 second. Sorry, guys. So we have discussed that with respect to BTC, why this much target I'm expecting, which is around 20 percentage from the current move, because on our 4 hour we have seen the similar support, which is the weekly POI, which has happened from 92,000 levels, and we could see a great rally up to 18 percentage, which is around $18,386 move, around 20 percentage, and the similar move is gonna happen if the market is able to sustain from this level, which is the another weekly POI having a break of the previous rejection zone with respect to acting now as a support zone. So even with respect to BTC, a 3% risk and a 21% target we can expect in the coming quarter. So for the intraday trades, I'll be looking for long opportunities. With respect to similar view on Nasdaq, look at the move. Yesterday when we discussed, on a 15 minutes chart, discussed that we could see a good sharp, you know, fall towards this zone when we went on live. The trade was happening with respect to 20 to 256, and we have got a good entry right after this candle opening at 230, and right after the market, most of the sell orders got placed. The entire push rallied up to a $300 move on Nasdaq. So today I'll be more focusing on gold and Bitcoin, because right after the FOMC news or before the FOMC, what is the pattern or for a large move which I'm expecting before the FOMC if the market wants to fall towards 3144? Okay. With respect to gold, what I have observed when the major news are, coming, let me just make a note. Uh, so if the market is trading like this within this zone, okay, let's take from the current moment. If the market is not able to create new highs, the market is slightly falling down like this, then before news an hour earlier, let's say 7 p.m. BST is the news time, so it will be like around 11:30 IST in India. So around 11:30, if the market is giving a good push towards this high, tapping into this order block, then we can get a good entry from there, targeting below this zones. Even we can target a 1 is to 10 or 1 is to 8 range trades if the market is performing next 4 to 5 hours like this. So what is the pattern I'll be looking for in order to short the gold? I'll be looking for a market should not create a new highs. It should always create a lower highs, and on next 4 hour candle, let's say 2 p.m., within an hour the new 4 hour candle is gonna open. At the same time, in the next 4 hours, another 4 hour candle will be opening, and that 4 hour candle might give a good push towards upside, faking out the entire move, faking out the early sellers, and then give the direction. Because if you look at this zone, the validity which we have discussed from couple of days, it's been respecting right after we hit the zone, right? 3284 and 3321. We have got one support and one rejection. We have got another support and another extension, I would say. We have got another support and another extension. But this time, if this trade is not happening, then we could see a sharp sell-off in the evening. So this is what my plan of action for the FOMC. Let me see if we can get a good opportunity in USD JPY. I'll be happy to enter USD JPY as well. Okay, if you look at USD JPY, I'm on the E2T platform. At the same time, our stop loss with respect to USD JPY is 143.800 is our stop loss. Let me see how many quantities we can enter. Okay, I think I have already entered the maximum position, so I'll just reduce the volume. So with respect to USD JPY, if you look at the 4-hour candle, I'm targeting towards 148 levels, and we have a good solid stop loss below 143,361. And if you look at this particular trade, which will having more than a 1:3 RR, and I'll be keen in entering long if the market is sustaining within the small range. This is the small range which I'm looking into. Entering USD JPY would be a good RR with respect to this particular range. Let me see what's happening with respect to current value on gold. Any new members, any questions, any doubts with respect to E2T prop? Anyone who's starting completely new with E2T prop, this is the simple risk reward formula to pass your E2T prop account. So if you are getting a $10,000 account, I would be suggesting you to try this format where you have at least 19 consecutive trades. Even if you go wrong 19 times, you won't get stopped out. When I say 19 times, so the simple formula is risking quarter of a percentage on a 1% of your risk. So you have to remember whatever the capital you have, you should be taking 1% of that capital. Here in this scenario, it's going to be $100 for a $10,000 capital. And if I risk only $25 on each trade, and even I can trade 4 trades on a day, and my RR would be 1:3, I would be re-updating this with respect to intraday levels. Even we can keep a 1:2 levels, but for an example, I have kept 1:3. And even after hitting multiple stop losses, if you go to our account and if you change the 10K funded account, you'll be able to see that. Look at the stop losses we have got hit with respect to this account. We have hit first stop loss, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seven, and we have two 1:1 targets, 8, 9, 10. We have another, break even, scratch, another 1:3, another scratch, even another scratch, 11, 12, 13, 14. We have 1:3, 15, 16, another scratch. We have another 1:8, another scratch, and another break even. So you can see that out of, let me just count 25 trades, right? Yeah, 28 trades which we have placed, 16 to 18 trades were in loss. If you calculate the percentage for the loss, it would be, let's say more than 30 to 40 percentage, I would say. Sorry, more than 60 to 70 percentage, I would say. Our probability of winning is less. We are making more losses. And what has happened with respect to this account? Because most of the people would share always, the success stories, but when it comes to, funded accounts, I want all of you to make sure that you guys are able to manage the risk even after hitting 18 losses. If you look at my current status, we are just up by $28, not even less than our, capital which we have got. We are even still up by $28. So remember, we have got only 4 to 5 trades, which is hitting more than a 5%. 1:5 RR, 1:3 RR. But with respect to targets, but with respect to, stop losses, out of 28 trades, we have hit stop losses even more than 18 trades, and still we are up by $28. So this formula, this simple formula, if you can use it on any prop account, you will be much more relaxed trader with respect to your trading psychology, with respect to the risk management. So let me reiterate, what is the plan? What you have to do, take 1% of your capital and divide into 4 and take a quarter of percentage for each trade, keeping a $25 risk in this scenario and targeting a $75. Can we target more than 75? Yes, we can. But at the same time, we have to make sure that our stop losses are not going beyond, $25. If you want to make, let's say, $50 risk, some scenarios you might have to risk a $50, then you have only 2 trades for the day. You should not be taking, 4 trades. You should be taking only 2 trades for the day, so that even if you go beyond your control, you won't hit your 2% drawdown limit, right? So this is how I have planned my trades. I have executed it. So today is something like a short note explaining the risk management. And those who are completely new, I have already said that, a couple of updates for everyone who have joined recently. We are long on Euro JPY targeting 165.199. We are long on Nasdaq targeting 21,572. We have both biases with respect to gold. If you look at the gold, it has to sustain this level. We have got hit with our stop loss 3308, but as I said, until FOMC, market is able to create a new high above 3325, then I'll be, looking for long within the imbalance which has got created in the structure. Okay, when I say it has to push beyond this level, my expectation is at some point below the opening, we might get a good push. I'll be looking to enter in this sort of an imbalance if the market is able to sustain this level. But if the candle is not closing, 1 second, guys. So if the candle is not able to close above the zone before FOMC, and if the candle is, forming sort of a wick, and if it is getting rejection, then I'll be taking this entire opportunity. This is the balanced price range which we might see in the later stage. This similar kind of a zone is equally important for getting long and short. So based on this level, this particular candle and the movement, I'll be keenly looking before FOMC to go either short or long. If the market is able to push beyond this level with a displacement, yes, I'm looking for long opportunities. If the market is rejecting with respect to this zone and forming any sort of a wick, then I'll be looking for the short opportunities with respect to gold. And BTC, yes, we are completely long until and unless if the market is sustaining above 107,325 and targeting all-time high towards 130K levels. With respect to USD JPY, we are targeting up to 148, followed by 162 in the coming quarter. With respect to GBP INR, targeting 120 in the coming days. So these are all the positional bias which I have. And last but not least, with respect to Bank Nifty, I'm keeping it as an open bias until and unless market, you know, trades above or below on or before this Friday with respect to this particular small zone. This is the smallest area. We can see that market is holding above the zone so far and taking a good support. If the market is able to hold 55,360 levels, then we might see a new all-time high in Bank Nifty, right? So this is what I'm looking for this particular week, coming days ahead. Wish you nothing less than success ahead for joining this session, or if you are watching after live, let me know what are the values you have got with respect to trading in the E2T prop or any other funded account, and see you tomorrow at the same time. Thank you so much, guys.